Honor has just introduced the new Honor X60 specifically in China. This device features a design with a square-shaped rear camera module. Being part of the GT series, it is anticipated to deliver exceptional gaming performance. However, it is not likely to be available outside of China. The device is offered in silver, blue, and black hues. It measures 7.77 millimeters in thickness and weighs 193 grams. The screen is a 6.77-inch AMOLED Full HD with a refresh rate of 120 Hz and a dimming rate of 30,840 Hz. Inside, it has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen with 12 GB RAM and 256 or 512 GB storage, plus a 16 GB RAM version. It focuses on performance, so the camera isn't as impressive. There's a 50 MP main camera, a 2 MP depth camera, and a 16 MP selfie camera. However, it does introduce artificial intelligence features like image expansion and object eraser and facial recognition to modify faces with closed eyes. The battery is another appealing aspect, boasting 6,300 mAh and supporting an 80-watt charge. Additionally, it includes an IP69 rating, NFC capability, a vibration motor on the X-axis, and reportedly comes equipped with an advanced cooling system to prevent overheating. As I mentioned, it has been launched in China, and its most basic configuration is priced at 1,799 yuan, which is approximately $250. You can see the reference prices in other currencies on the screen to give you an idea, but keep in mind that prices here differ from those there. Honor has recently introduced the Honor GT Pro as well. As part of the GT series, this device is heavily focused on providing an exceptional gaming and power experience. However, in this particular case, the last name Pro indicates that this will be a high-end model within this subcategory. Its design features a centered rear module, highlighted by a subtle tab displaying the name GT. This model will be offered in 3 color options, white, black, and gold. It boasts a thickness of 8.58 millimeters and weighs 212 grams. Notably, it includes a powerful 7,200 mAh battery which supports fast charging at 90% watts. Furthermore, it comes with IP ratings for water and dust resistance. The screen measures 6.78 inches and is an OLED with Full HD resolution. It boasts 6,000 nits of peak brightness and a refresh rate of 144 Hz. As you can see, it is specifically designed with gamers in mind. However, this screen also includes some intriguing artificial intelligence features that ensure all elements are displayed to the user in a truly spectacular manner during gameplay. The processor is the Snapdragon 8 Elite to have the maximum possible power, again confirming that it has a very special focus on gamers. But despite focusing a lot on gamers, it does not sacrifice so much in the photographic aspect, since the main camera is 50 megapixels with aperture f/95 and optical stabilization, then ultra-wide camera also 50 megapixels with support for macro photography at a distance of 25 cm, and the last one is also 50 megapixels with zoom. Optical 3x zoom. Actually, on the front camera we have 50 megapixels as well. This makes it one of the most appealing devices that Honor has recently launched. It features an excellent battery, a highly competitive camera system, an almost flawless processor, and a very good quality display. In addition, it comes with a very advanced cooling system from Honor, stereo sound, and an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint reader. This device arrives in different RAM and storage configurations. The most basic is 12 GB of RAM with 252 GB of storage, but there is also a 16 GB 1 TB configuration. The price of the most basic edition is 30,699 yuan, which is about 5,500. On screen you have the reference price in other currencies, although remember that the prices here are not the same as over there. And it's also worth noting these devices were launched in China. We'll have to wait to see if they get a global release, but it seems the GT series, which is quite attractive, won't be globally distributed. Honor also launched the new Honor Pad GT in China as part of the GT series. It features an 11.5-inch LCD display with 144 Hz and peak brightness of 500 nits. The processor featured is the MediaTek Dimensity 8350, which, as you can observe, is not at the top of the line. Surely at some point they will release a Pro model. The battery capacity is 10,100 mAh and supports 66W charging. It has a thickness of 6 and 12 mm and weighs 480 g. The rear camera is 13 megapixels, and for selfies it has an 8 megapixel camera. It includes 8-speaker stereo sound and comes in 3 color options, white, gray, and blue. The most basic version has 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, and the highest version has 12 and 512 GB. There are intermediate options with 256 GB of storage, 8 or 12 of RAM. The price of the most basic version is 1,899 yuan. That is more or less $260. On the screen you see the reference price in other currencies to give you an idea, but remember that the prices here are not the same as over there.